Hi everybody, it's Ananda Lake here with the Thriving Mindfully Academy, and today I'm talking about how I am taking care of myself as I write my fourth book, Thriving Mindfully, a memoir of resiliency. And I got to tell you that I'm really grateful that I have wisdom to go back to in my other books, especially this book, That Which Awakens Me, my mindful creativity memoir, which I have to say was a blessing and it remains a blessing because there were parts of my writing process in That Which Awakens Me book that really, really, really were messy, and oh my gosh, I felt stuck. I was blocked. It was like, ooh, I felt very vulnerable, probably just naked on the page. And there was a poem that I wrote entitled Writing My Memoir, and it has a number of parts to it, but today I wanted to share two excerpts because they really express how I have been feeling. So, this is from Writing My Memoir, a poem in That Which Awakens Me, which is available on Amazon as a paperback and a Kindle. You can go to anandaleak.com/books to learn more. So this is part 4. I carve out moments of my life that shine because they represent times of extreme humor, great awakening, overwhelming suffering, and deep living. I examine these times and hold them in the safety of my heart to see which ones want to be shared and revealed. Those that answer the call find their way onto the pages of my journal. On these pages, my words reconstruct from memory. They infuse the moments with meaning so that a roadmap is left behind. Part 5. Maybe it's time to just dwell in the uncomfortable truths. Maybe it's time to figure out who I used to be and how I got to where I am now. Maybe it's time to open my heart to the true meaning of traveling back into my memory. Memory comes from the word mourn. Mourn refers to grieving. And maybe it's time for me to remove all of the security codes and boundaries that protect and prevent me from living fully in my grief. I wonder if I'm totally tripped out. The little voice inside of me whispers, "Hell no, girl, you're where you are supposed to be." I pay attention to the intensity of my voice. What I discover is the power of writing. Writing grounds me. It allows me to excavate hidden stuff. It brings me face to face with myself because it is just me and the page. There are no barriers. I am forced to see it all of me in the moment. I am able to stare into the reality of my being, the good, not so good, and dangling, unlabeled identities that hang out in the in-between. Writing comforts me when I feel lost and overwhelmed. She is my best friend, who listens and keeps my secrets. She gives me a foundation for self-discovery and permission to travel without judgment through my human complexities. Writing doesn't look for anything in return. So, I forgot that poem, you know? Sometimes you write things and you forget that you wrote them. I forgot that poem, and lately those two excerpts have been soul medicine for my struggling in my writing process. And another thing that has helped in my writing process is mindful self-care, deep breathing, making my breath my BFF, especially when I get frustrated and I start to judge myself on how come I'm not able to do this, and I should be able to do this, and I should be able to do that. And, the voice goes on, and my inner critic, Broomhilda, who's better known as Broomy, takes over and tries to wear a sister out. It is that breathing that slows me down and allows me to recognize with loving kindness, compassion, non-judgment, patience, and forgiveness that I am right where I'm supposed to be, that I'm doing my best. So I hope that this mindful moment with a dash of poetry and reflection has touched you in some way. Please pass this video on if you think it might bless another person. If you're looking for resources on how to practice mindfulness, self-care, and wellness in ways that help you navigate change and become resilient, go on over to the Thriving Mindfully Academy at anandaleek.com/academy. You can learn more about me at anandaleek.com/about. If you like podcasts, check out the Thriving Mindfully podcast. Go to anandaleek.com and look for the Thriving Mindfully podcast button at the top. It's TM as in Thriving Mindfully podcast. Or head on over to soundcloud.com/Ananda-Leek to check out the over 100 episodes of guided meditation, tools, resources, and tips on mindfulness, self-care, and wellness. As always, may we continue to embrace thriving mindfully in everything that we think, feel, say, and do. Namaste, y'all.